So number one this week with Wine&Dine and the Dime, we gonna get into Jay-Z, one of the hottest fucking rappers that ever fucking hit the streets, that ever hit the industry. He's one of the fucking GOATs, and we're gonna get into why Jay-Z looks. Well, before I get into that, let me say, because nobody's safe when it comes to the podcast, so it is what it is, and I don't give a fuck. It was pictures floating around of Jay-Z. This week, and the pictures is basically stating that his age is starting to catch up with him. Everybody know that it is the Queen Bee, Beyonce's husband. We love Jay-Z. He's one of the greatest rappers that ever fucking did this shit. He's one of the fucking GOATs. When you mention G-O-A-T in a dictionary, Jay-Z is one of the faces that comes up in a dictionary. But Jay-Z is starting to look like a fucking GOAT. An actual fucking GOAT. He's starting to look old. He's starting to look dried the fuck up. His dreadlocks are starting to look like tree stalks. Like, I don't know what the fuck exactly is going on with Jay-Z. Like, I think that he's so much of a GOAT that he don't have to try to look appealing anymore. Because he has one of the baddest bitches in the game, which is Beyonce. But he's literally turning into the GOAT. Literally. He looks like his face is forming into a fucking GOAT. He just looked like he looked like one of the fucking patients that our CNAs goes out and check on one of the CNA patients. He looks a fucking mess. And we're hoping everything is okay with Jay-Z. We know his money is long and we know that he looks like okay, but he looks a fucking mess. Jay-Z was never a looker, let's just be honest. He looked at like the camel off of the fucking cigarettes. But Jay-Z is really starting to get old, and it's starting to really, his age is really starting to play a factor in his life. He's really starting to look old, and his age is really starting to play a factor in his life. And I think pretty soon Beyonce is going to have somebody bring like a wheelchair and put that man into a wheelchair and kind of wheel him around. So my prayers goes out to Beyonce and Jay-Z because he's getting really fucking old, and I really don't know too much what to say, but he looks a fucking mess. Second, we're going to get into Candace Owen. If you guys are not too sure of who Candace Owen is, Candace Owen is actually a Trump supporter. She's an author. She's a Trump supporter though. She's part of the Trump campaign. She put out a tweet recently and said that her husband in fact did cheat on her. Her husband cheated on her with her brother. Candace Owen, one of the Trump fucking staff, black woman, one of his supporters, tweeted out and said that her husband cheated on her with her own flesh and blood brother. Her husband cheated on her.
And whenever you lay on your back, make sure your paper is stacked.
I mean, shit. Like, is this like some Jerry Springer shit? Like,
Definitely Jerry Springer.
this is giving very much Jerry fucking Springer. Candace Owens said that her fucking husband cheated on her with her own fucking flesh and blood. Her own flesh and blood brother.
She asked to join her?
And she asked to join them when she caught them in the act. And the husband said, no, you can't join us. What the fuck is, what more crazier can 2020 give to us? How much more crazier can this year 2020 give to us? You walk in on your husband cheating on you with your fucking flesh and blood brother. And then what the fuck type drugs are you on for you to ask that fucking man, can you join them while they're fucking? So you're willing to do a sexual act with your fucking flesh and blood brother? You're willing to do a threesome with your fucking brother? And then your fucking husband says no. That pussy is trash. That's why I'm fucking your brother. So why the fuck would you think it's okay for you to fucking join? Wow. This is really like some Jerry Springer type shit. You walk in on your fucking husband cheating on you with your fucking blood brother. And then you ask to join them. Your blood brother and your husband. You ask to join in on the sex. And then your husband tell you, nah, it ain't giving that. That pussy and that dick suck been trash. That's why I was fucking your brother the whole time. Your brother, not your sister or your daughter or anybody else, your brother. That's why I've been fucking your brother. So no, you can't join.
I want to kill both of them.
What the fuck do you do after that? What the fuck do you do after that? Candace Owen? But you are also a Trump supporter and you are a part of the Trump staff. And God don't like fucking ugly. Bitch. God don't like ugly, bitch. So maybe this is your fucking karma. That's fucking horrible. You walk in on your fucking husband cheating on you with your fucking blood brother. And then you're so sick in the mind, you ask, can you join them to having sex? And the husband tell you no. You can't join. That's fucking horrible. Candace Owen? What type of pussy do you have that not only did your husband started fucking your brother, but you also invited yourself in the bedroom with him and he still said no? What the fuck is going on with 2020? Wow.
Ari.
Let's get into R.V. Fletcher again.
R.V. Fletcher.
Because how I'm doing it this week, y'all, is I'm giving y'all like the most scorchingest tea. Because the main topic this week is female rape. So I'm trying to hurry up and get the scorching tea out the way, and then I'm going to give the main topic. R.V. Fletcher, G Herbo, baby mom, money bag, yo, girlfriend. She posted up a picture, and like I said, going forward with the live, I'm not going to give y'all how I've been giving y'all before. Y'all have to go on the YouTube to go watch. R.V. Fletcher has botched titties. At least 2 months ago, this girl said that she would have got her titties done. She was spotted out in the club this week, and she had scars on her titties. And usually when you get a breast augmentation, you have scars underneath your breasts. Underneath. Ari has diagonal scars on her titties. Meaning, if this is her areola, there's a scar that's going diagonal. Ain't nobody got time for them fucking botched Freddy Krueger titties. Bitch. Nobody is sucking on them fucking Freddy Krueger Civil War titties. They not. And I'm speeding through this shit. Next case is Jeremiah. R&B singer Jeremiah has been admitted into the hospital and he has been on ICU. If you guys are not familiar with Jeremiah, he sung the best hooks that you guys probably fell in love with in the rap industry. He sung Dangerous on Meek Mill's. He sung Wale. We've been on a tragedy for months. Why can't you forgive me for months? He sung Birthday Sex. Birthday Sex. He sung Man Up and Attention. I need your attention. Girl, that's not about me. Don't tell him, don't tell him, don't tell him. He sung a whole bunch of shit. He fucking royalty in the fucking music industry. Jeremiah is fucking royalty in the music industry. Well, to make a long story short, he's fighting for his fucking life. He's on a ventilator. He caught COVID-19 and he's on a ventilator and he's not doing too good. A lot of the rappers and singers started reaching out and giving him and his mother shout outs, such as Young Bird, 50 Cent, a few rappers and singers. Let's keep him in your prayers. And while we are also added, even though this young lady is not a quote-unquote celebrity, but she is a celebrity in the Philadelphia eyes. Auntie Saul, country cooking. She also caught COVID. And she's fighting for her life as we speak. And is getting bad each day. So let's say a prayer for Auntie Saul for country cooking. Also, next on the docket is Masika. If you guys don't know who Masika is, that Fetty Wap with the one eye, his baby mom from Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. She got a crazy mouthpiece. She was beefing with Alexa Sky. To make a long story short, she dropped a mix of fucking diss track towards Tory Lanez. She said that he ate a pussy. He should have been sucking her dick. Tomorrow when I post the whole video, you guys will see the actual video on the diss track. And she dropped a diss track on Tory Lanez. Next up on the topic is Naomi Campbell. Now, I don't know if you guys kept up with this story, but about 4 years ago when Tyra Banks had her show, she had Naomi Campbell come up as a special guest and said that she felt like Naomi was a bully to her. She was scared for her life to be around her. She felt as though Naomi Campbell stopped a lot of her bags. And basically saying that Naomi Campbell was a mean girl. Well, Naomi clapped back this week and said, well, Tyra, the tables have turned. The fans are actually saying that you are the fucking bad guy. They are saying that you are actually the mean girl. They start pulling up clips of the episodes of America's Next Top Model, where Tyra was telling a young black girl to get her gap closed. And the young black girl said, why should I get my get pose if that is authentically me? That's what got me into this situation is me. And Tyra said, you think that you gonna get a cover girl fucking campaign and they seen that big ass fucking gap in your fucking mouth and your teeth? Then she did another photo shoot where she made the white women more dark skinned. They was dressing as Indians and all kinds of shit. That was strike number 2.
Yeah.
Then it was another episode when she told the girl that she was basically too big to be. Basically, they went through the whole seasons and episodes of America's Next Top Model with Tyra Banks, who is the quote-unquote American girl saver for models, on how she ridiculed a lot of these young women and discouraged them with going forward with their dreams and their aspirations as becoming a model. So Naomi Campbell said, how dare you, bitch, say that I was the mean girl, when in actual, you are the mean girl. You just throw rocks and hide your hands behind your back. Next case. Scott. If you guys don't know who Scott is, that is Kourtney Kardashian baby father. What, she got 3 kids by him. Kourtney is one of the Kardashians that has not been married yet. She's been with Scott for at least 7 years. And she didn't marry him. They recently broke up a few years ago. Scott started dating Lionel Richie's daughter, who is much younger than him. And he stopped dating her, and he recently started dating
the girl from Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Lisa Pimna from Housewives of Beverly Hills' daughter.
Oh.
She's 19 years old.
Yeah, I know this young
Yes.
shit.
Kendall Jenner recently had a Halloween party. And you know, in the ordinary Kardashian fucking tradition, the young lady was there as a guest of Kendall's. Next thing you know, 2 weeks later, Scott Disick, which is Kourtney's baby father, was walking on the beach with his arm wrapped around her as if they was a couple. Now everybody is calling Scott Chester child molester because he's like 39. No, wait. Kim just turned 40, so they mean that Kourtney would have to be 38. Well, I don't know exactly how old Scott is. He might be older than Kourtney, but the young lady is only 19 years old, so they are calling Scott Chester child molester because he like preying on the young girls and manipulating them. So they are supposed to be an item. Next case. Larsa Pippen. If you guys are not keeping up with my podcast, I did a whole segment on her last week about how the Kardashians and the Jenners turned their back on her and stopped speaking to her because they said that she was in a club and Travis Scott went and told Kylie Jenner that Larsa tried to hit on him and the whole family turned their back on her. So they said, fuck you, bitch. Next case. Larsa did an interview, which I stated last week, and said that, in fact, Tristan Thompson, which is Khloe Kardashian's baby father, was her man first. She brought him to one of the Kardashians' party, and the next thing you know, 2 weeks later, Khloe was dating him. Well, in part of the interview, everybody was calling her a whore and such more. I believe that she is a whore also. But she did admit to cheating on her husband, which is NBA legacy. He's a legend in the NBA. Scottie Pippen, that's his wife, Larsa Pippen. She said that When she first met rapper Future, Sierra baby father, she seen sprinkles and butterflies in her stomach. When she met him, he made her feel like she was one of the most beautiful human beings that ever hit the earth, and that's why she started messing with that young man. And next case, I'm trying to speed it up, guys, because I'm getting to the main topic. Next case is Kevin McCall. Kevin McCall. If you guys don't know who Kevin McCall is, he is an R&B singer. Kevin McCall is an R&B singer, and what is one of his most popular songs? What's Kevin McCall one of his most popular songs?
He did a song with Chris Brown, Deuces.
They might not remember that. But anyway, you guys know Eva from Top Model. Eva Marcel. She was a winner of America's Next Top Model. She also recently was part of the Real Housewives of Atlanta franchise. She's beautiful. She dropped dead gorgeous. Just to catch you guys up real fast, I'm trying to speed it up. She had a daughter by Kevin McCall. Next thing you know, she was on Real Housewives of Atlanta. She was messing with Atlanta congressman by the name of Michael Sterling. She got married to him. She had 2 kids by him. She basically erased Kevin McCall out of her life and got her husband as the legally father and guardian of her daughter, who is Kevin McCall's daughter. And she changed her last name into Sterling and shit like that. Well, make a long story short, Kevin McCall is not taking it easy. He's looked like he's dying from not just HIV, but he looked like he's dying from COVID. He looked like he's dying from cancer. He looked like he's dying from AIDS. He just looked very gray. He looked like a fucking cigarette ashtray. And he's begging for help. He said that he's not the same. He's never going to be the same because he missed his daughter and his life is not complete without his daughter. But I guess he can kind of kiss that goodbye because Eva said that he was Michael Myers and he was chasing her and her husband around as if she was Laurie Strode on one of the Halloween movies and Kevin McCall was Michael Myers. And she been running from city and city and state to state because Kevin McCall been chasing her. Now, Eva, I'm not a rocket scientist. I don't know how good your pussy is, but from what I'm hearing in the industry, it's not giving it. A lot of people hit you and can't get rid of you. Only person that I have heard that really hit you and spent the bag on you was rapper Missy Elliott. She put the thing down, flipped it, and reversed it. She licked the cootie cat. She ate your ass. She licked your soul. She flew you. She bought your first fucking expensive car. She did a lot of shit for you, and that's the only person that's giving me that she actually would fucking, you know what I'm saying, like that she was actually fucking interested in you. Bitch, I never heard about you having good pussy. Kevin McCall didn't even say that you had good pussy. The only one that is vouching for you and saying that you had good pussy was Missy Elliott. And she didn't even get online and say that you had good pussy. She just was sending gifts off to the baby shower as if she was the auntie. We all got the lesbian aunts. And they don't want to admit that they lesbians. And when they come to the cookouts and the holiday feasts and shit like that, and we be like, hey auntie, who that? And she be like, oh, this my friend. But they a little too close to be friends, and as we get older, we know that that wasn't your friend, it was actually your girlfriend. So, next case. Let's get into the real shit, and the topic of this week is female fucking rap. We going down a list of female rap. You guys can feel free to chime in, or y'all can request to come in, or however y'all want to do it. This week's topic is more intimate in female rap. And the reason why we are doing female rap this week is because I feel like a lot of female rappers get unnoticed when it comes to a lot of shit. And they gotta work a lot more harder than the males do. And I just think that they not appreciated. So we gonna do a fucking segment this week on female rap. So, starting off first is Salt and Pepper. Salt and Pepper's here. We in effect. Want you to push it back. Push it. Push it real good. And what else they sung? What a man, what a man, what a man, what a nigga. Salt and Pepper. Like, Salt and Pepper are legends. They are. It wouldn't be no City Girls if it wasn't for And I'll Take Your Man right off the spot. Yeah, Salt and Pepper is a fucking vibe. They was a vibe. Like, they was a vibe. They was the first female rap duo to ever hit the scene as a duo. And we gonna get them they flowers. They was. That's how you are able to see like City Girls and Diamond and what's the other girl from Crime Mob? Princess. Diamond and Princess. We had a few little duo rap, female rap groups that try to come out as a duo. But Salt and Pepper paved the way for them to be able to come out onto that. I'm trying to give what they gave. They gave us like the raunchy, and they also gave us like, they gave us hits. Like, they was legends. They was. They gave us hits after hits after hits. Pepper was the dark skin, more woman. Salt was more light skin. We seen them come on the scene with the finger waves and the crop picks with the jumpers and the side fucking. You know how our moms back in the day used to roll their hair up with the curlers and shit like that? Like, they gave that. But Salt and Pepper definitely was a fucking impact on female rap. I don't want to go too deep into it with the Queen Latifahs, who you calling a bitch, and the yo-yos and the MC Lights. I'm just giving my particular female list, and it is what it is after that. But
Charlie Baltimore.
Next on the list is Charlie Baltimore.
She was hot.
Charlie Baltimore is a bad bitch. Number one, Charlie Baltimore got on the scene from B.I.G. himself. She was the girlfriend of Biggie Smalls, and he actually claimed her. Nobody, and she from fucking Philly, so Philly stand up. Let's get a backstory on Charlie Baltimore. Charlie came on the scene from Biggie Smalls' video, Get Money. What you saying? What you saying? Get money. What you saying? If you remember that video, Biggie Smalls was being shady. He asked Faith to do the video. Faith declined because they was in a bad space. So he ended up getting his girlfriend at the time, Charlie Baltimore, on to do the role as Faith Evans. So she had the blonde hair and was sitting on there as then she was Faith Evans and shit. He threw her out the mansion and shit. That's basically was his shot throwing against Faith and was letting her know, bitch, you done. I got a new bitch. However that's supposed to go. Now, Charlie Baltimore ended up getting into her own rap career and started doing a single. She did a single with Cameron, however that's supposed to go, back in the day. Ghostface Killer. Then she ended up getting onto...
Was it Rough Riders?
No, she ended up signing on to Murder Inc.
Oh yeah, Murder Inc.
She ended up signing with Ja Rule and them. She ended up signing with Murder Inc. and them. And that was a good look for Philly because at the time, Murder Inc. was one of the biggest record labels that was popping at the time. We had Ja Rule, we had Ashanti, we had Vita. You know what I'm saying? We had Irv Gotti. We had a lot of people that was popping from Murder Inc. And then for Charlie to come on board and she did Down Ass Bitch, she did Down For You. She did a whole bunch of shit. So she's definitely but what made her stick out with the female rap, what everybody will remember her from with the female rap legacy, is that she was the first one to bring out the bright Kool-Aid cherry fucking hair. Nobody wore that bright red fucking hair like Charlie did. None of these females can ever, when you got in a chair as a artist or as a regular bitch and you wanted your hair red, they'd be like, what color red you want? And you would say, I want the Charlie Baltimore red. That was the bright red. And she carried that shit. Charlie was fucking iconic for that fucking bright red. She brought that shit onto the map as far as that's what she brought on too. But not also that, Charlie also written her own raps and shit like that. I wish she could have been more voiceful and been more heard into her rap career. But Irv Gotti did some fuck shit to her that her album was never released from Murder Inc. But shout out to Charlie Baltimore. And she still is a legend. Even though she didn't even been able to release an album, the bright red hair is what we really know Charlie Baltimore with. And she's a bad bitch, period. Next on the docket is Lee Mason. Another Philly female rap artist. Lee is outstanding. I love Lee. The reason why I love Lee is because she's so fucking humble. She's fucking nice. She fucking humble when you're around her. She give everybody an opportunity if you are around her. She's also talented as fuck and she writes her own raps. Lee was a young girl. She signed to Meek Mill's record label at the time, Dream Chaser. She was the first lady of Dream Chasers. She released EPs and mixtapes from Dream Chasers. But Meek didn't give her, I think, what she really needed. Like, I think, and she worked her ass off. Like, he didn't just give her the silver spoon and say, go ahead and branch your shit. She really was paying for her own videos, her own studio time, all kinds of shit. She worked her ass off to get to where she at. And she ended up getting onto what is the WeTV series called Sisterhood of Hip Hop. She ended up on getting onto that reality show, which is Sisterhood of Hip Hop. And Sisterhood of Hip Hop was fucking popping at the time. But Lee got onto that shit. Lee Mason got onto that shit. And she carried that shit. To the viewers that's timing in, if y'all don't know what I'm talking about female rap. And Lee carried that shit. And she's still carrying it. Like, she could be a lot bigger than what she is, but she also didn't sell out to be what she could have been. But she worked her ass off from her own pocket, her own money and everything else. She did sign to Rough Riders. I don't know what happened to her after she signed to Rough Riders, but she's getting her money and getting her ass into another spot. So, next case. Miss Jade. Damn. All Philly artists. Miss Jade is also from Philly. If you don't know what Miss Jade is, She is from North Philly. She is one of the heaviest spitting and fucking female rappers that ever hit the board. She was signed to Timbaland. I think she graced the stage on Missy. If you guys can go back and look at Missy's video for Gossip Folks. When I woke up in the peace, I ain't got even speed. I'm a bad member, Jim. Goddamn, motherfucker, you ain't got like me. Miss J hopped on. She made her debut into the industry on Missy's Gossip Folk video. But she from Philly. She from North Philly. She carries it. Miss J is so much of a fucking heavy spitter that bitch can rap better than a lot of these niggas that's in the industry to this date, and a lot of these niggas that's past us, and a lot of these niggas that's from Philly. Miss J, when it comes to like battle rapping and really fucking spitting and actually fucking rapping, Miss J can rap circles around a lot of these fucking niggas in these bitches, put in a chokehold. Make a long story short, Timbaland signed her to his record label, and she released her first album, which is which was it? Misunderstood.
I think it was
She released her first album off of under Timbaland's record label, and it did numbers. It did. Her first single was Feel the Girl, Big Head, Chain Chain Chain. But it was rumors that Miss J felt like Missy swagger jacked her. Because Miss J was the first one that was wearing like the jerseys and the fitted caps and shit like that. Then all of a sudden Missy started wearing the fitted caps and the fucking jerseys and shit like that. So I remember it was an era where they wasn't speaking and Miss J was released from the record label and shit like that. And her and Missy kind of had beef because she said that she felt like Timbaland and Missy used her, stole her style and shit like that, and basically used her swag to rejuvenate Missy's career to get her big on and poppin'. But Miss J is a fucking problem, and she will always be a problem. I guess I'm getting the Philly female rappers out of the way. The next Philly female rapper is Eve. EVE, Pitbull in a skirt. Love is Blind. What was the other one? Who's that girl? Philly cheesesteak. No, it's so much from Eve though. Blow Your Mind.
Eve had a lot of songs.
Tambourine. Eve got hits after hits after hits, and we can't take that from her. Eve was also a young girl from Philly.
I'm surprised she didn't do no battle rap.
Who started out as who started out as a stripper.
Her verses would have been hot with somebody.
Ended up signing a deal with Rough Riders, Swiss Beats.
She was hot with Rough Riders.
She changed the fucking game when she got on the scene with her first fucking album, the First Lady of Rough Riders. Her whole persona, that shortcut fucking hair, the blonde shortcut hair, and she was calling herself the blonde bombshell, and then she was calling herself the Pitbull in a skirt. That first fucking Eve album was a fucking classic. It was. The first lady of Rough Riders was a fucking classic to this day. I didn't have to skip a song. Her first album from that was a fucking classic. She murdered it. That bitch was growling like one of the pit bulls, literally. But then let's get into some fucking things. Her first album was fucking everything. And everybody was Team Eve, and we was rooting for her, and you know what I'm saying? Like, we were. The second album came out. That was the lead single was Who's That Girl? Eve started losing it a little bit. And that's when I started questioning Eve's pen a little bit. Now don't get me wrong, as an artist, your first album, if it's certified as classic, it's very hard for anything after that first album to equal up to your first album. Let's think of how many artists, not just rappers, that is, your first album is literally everything, kinda. And I'm not gonna say that her second album was horrible. It wasn't. It was okay, but it still wasn't that first album. You get what I'm saying? So then we started looking into certain shit. Then she started fucking with Stevie J.
She did?
Yes. If you guys don't know, she started fucking with Stevie J. Loving Hip Hop Atlanta and Stevie J. And then a sex tape was released to her. With her and Stevie J. And Stevie wasn't even fucking her. She wasn't even sucking his dick. He wasn't eating her pussy. It was really no interaction with him. It was a sex tape released on Eve with him fucking her with a dildo. She was laying on this side. Stevie was laying on the other side of her in the bed, and he was going like this with the dildo, and she was just hollering to the top of her lungs. And it was just like, well, what the fuck is actually going on? Because Stevie and Eve, why would this be released? Why weren't you actually fucking her? He was jerking off, like putting the dildo in and out of Eve. And I mean, she was hollering more than the moose. The fucking cows when they be like, moo, when you trying to get the milk out of them. And they short peasy blind head. And we still was like, who's that girl? La 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 la, Eve, that girl. And then Eve had her own sitcom on 57. We all tuned into it. She did. She had her own sitcom. What was the name of the show? Eve? It was Eve, right? Her sitcom on 57, it was Eve. First rap bitch to come out with a sitcom. So we were still rooting for her. Then the third album came out. And then she was signed to Dr. Dre all of a sudden. Besides Rough Riders. But then guys, I don't know what's going on this Facebook, but if she start fucking up, please jump on to my Instagram, because it's Facebook on some shit with me. I don't know who I pissed off on Facebook, but it's on some shit with me. So if this shit cut off from y'all, jump onto the IG. But she signed to Dr. Dre and was supposed to release an album from Dr. Dre, and it never happened. And then that's when people started talking, and then they started saying that Eve didn't write her raps. They were saying that Jadakiss was writing her shit. And he wrote it, and they said that Kiss wrote it, her raps for the whole first EVE project. And then it started making people think, well, maybe that's why the first album was a classic, because Jadakiss and DMX was writing your whole fucking album for the first album. Because think about it. If that's your craft, if that's what you do, I'm not saying that everybody that is a rapper can produce hits. But if you write your own shit, it's you. So I'm not going to have to second guess, you know what I'm saying, certain lyrics. It's going to be a flat line or at least a borderline. Her shit was different each album. But it never equaled up to the first album. And they said that Kiss and DMX stopped writing for her on the first album. And think about it. After each album, her lyrics and shit got worse and worse and worse. And the albums got worse and worse and fucking worse and worse and worse. But she's still part of the legendary status when it comes to female rap. So I'm not going to take that from her. But we are talking about female raps, and we're going to get into the tea with all the female rappers that's worth getting into the tea with. And now Eve is actually married by a white man, the billionaire. She's doing daytime talk shows, and she's trying to get pregnant now by the white guy. She said she's taking in vitro and everything else to try to get pregnant by the white guy. She's trying to start a family at 43 years old. So congratulations to Eve, and I wish you all the hope and the blessings and everything else with the millionaire white guy. Next case, the Brit. The Brat is Lisa Ray's sister, if you guys don't know. She was signed to Jermaine Dupri. What was his record label called again? So Def. Yeah, she was the first lady in So Def. And she was talented as fuck. But she had a different caliber about her. She was the first one to bring like that tomboy to the rap scene. But not just tomboy, the fast-paced rapping. She was the female Twister. Her rap pace was fucking impeccable. Think about it. When you go into her body of work, it was a whole lot of you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't keep up with this shit because I smoke. You know what I'm saying? So I can't spit the shit that she's talking about because I would be the fuck out of breath. But she was talented and fucking she wrote her own shit. But also, the Brat also at a certain point in her career, I think she tried to keep up with what was hot at the time. And remember, she turned from the tomboy into like the girly girl. And she started showing her body and shit a little bit. And she was dating Allen Iverson. Yeah. But the Brat was also a bad bitch. Underneath all them Bugle Boy jeans and shit like that. Like, she was really pretty. She had a nice body underneath some big ass baggy clothes and shit like that. Like, she was a good look. She was. And then she came out with a single with Tyrese. What you want a whole lot of, what do you like? Whole lot of foreplay right before you get it started. What do you like? And she did, and she had everybody in a chokehold because everybody was like, damn, I'm not used to seeing the Brat like this. So she shook the table with that shit. Like, she came out on some shit with that. But she is legendary status. She was on a lot of shit. She was on Ladies Night, with Lil' Kim, The Bread, Missy, Left Eye. She was on a few shit. But I think her legacy that stick onto the female rap icon level is that she was the female Twister. I haven't heard a female to this date that rap to the capacity or the pace that she rapped. She was the female Twister, I guess. Next up on the docket, and you guys can disagree with me, or you might can disagree with me, or however the fuck you want to do it, but it is what it is, and it's going to be what the fuck it's going to be. Next up on the female rapper legendary status is Jocelyn fucking Hernandez. Jocelyn fucking Hernandez from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Stevie, do you really live in or see me? Period. That bitch had Nicki Minaj write her as a quote on one of her lyrics. Dee, do you really let me see me? Jocelyn Hernandez came into the fucking rap game on your bitches on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. From the strip pole to reality TV with the Prince Tara haircut wigs. It was working her fucking ass off in a fucking studio for Stevie. And y'all might have not understood what she was saying, but bitch, she was speaking her Spanish shit. She was the first rap female bitch to start rapping Spanish shit. And it was like, what was she saying? Damn, what was she saying? What was the first song? It's gonna be on the YouTube though, because I'm gonna put the video up on the YouTube. But she was the first Hispanic female rapper to hit the fucking scenes in our millennium. She was. And if you guys want to take it, if you guys don't want to take it, she was. And she said that she was the first international superstar. You local bitches ain't telling me nada. That was her fucking lyrics. She said if you scared go to church, let a bitch go to work. She said that she was stingy with her cootie cat. Stingy with my cootie cat. Jocelyn Hernandez said that you bitches could never, and that's why she came for Cardi and said that she was the first Hispanic bitch from Love and Hip Hop to hit the scene to give you guys a different language in female rap. Hi, boobs. And it was Jocelyn fucking Hernandez. Period. Now, my opinion with that is that I think that her career didn't, as a musician, didn't jump off because Stevie was on some Ike type shit as if he was with Tina. I think that he had a lot of hits with her that was hitting, and he didn't want her to blossom out because once she got too big, I think he would have thought that she might have not needed him anymore, and he was scared of that. He always wanted to keep her beneath him because Stevie is a womanizer. So now that she's no longer with him, she says she got some shit for us, and We done heard run me my money, ho. Run me my money. It's a lot of little shit, and it's gonna be on a YouTube video. All the female rappers I'm talking about, their music and their videos will be on the YouTube video, but I am live. So, Jocelyn Hernandez is part of the female legacy. Next case. Dream Doll. Tabitha. Tabitha, aka Dream Doll. She started off as a Bad Girls Club member.
Was she?
Yes, that's who everybody known Dream Doll to be. She started out as Bad Girls Club.
What other cycle she was on?
Was it Cycle? I want to say Cycle 8, West Coast.
Was it Chicago?
It was, she was on the
East Coast versus West Coast? Was she on it?
No, I don't think she was on that one. I think that she was on the one with, what was Dream Doll on? Do you remember, no, you probably don't remember that one. It was a girl on there with a real short cut. She called herself Candy. Blonde hair. Then it was this other girl on there with the short little dreadlocks.
Oh yeah, wasn't it the East Coast versus West Coast?
And then you remember Winter?
Yeah.
Yeah, her and Dream Doll was real good friends.
Oh, okay.
On that, whatever season it was. And then
she
Dream
was
Doll
on
ended up
Bad Girls
getting
Club.
beat the fuck up at the reunion. Well, Dream Doll ended up going from Bad Girls Club to Love and Hip Hop New York. And then she ended up coming out with a single called Everything's Nice. Talk to me nice. Everything's nice.
No. A Dream Doll.
Talk to me nice.
Okay, yeah.
Everything nice. Don't talk to me twice.
She was on
Everything nice. Yeah,
Okay.
they have a Dream Doll.
I'm thinking you said Cash Doll.
Right. So, Dream Doll started out from that, and then she ended up fucking with Safari, however that's supposed to go. Then she got from Love and Hip Hop New York. But now, she paid for a real nice ghostwriter. And she like really rapping now.
Mm-hmm.
Like she really taking this shit serious as a rapper now.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't care how many ghostwriters and shit that you can pay for her to come up on that bitch, but it's supposed to go. But I can't take her serious as a artist. I can't. For some reason, I can't take her serious as an artist. I can't take Dream Doll serious as an artist. I'm not saying that her ghostwriter is doing a horrible job with writing for her. They are actually writing some nice little shit for her. Because she's starting to blow up now.
She said we in the
But she fucked me up with that, yes, that we in the club, we smoke a hookah, we in the What is the Now, I don't know about y'all, but the for me was when my mom was like, don't go to that stove, don't touch that fucking, that table, like,
I don't know.
Like, was she saying, don't touch the hookah?
I think she was saying like,
No, I know, hey,
Yeah, like,
hey, I don't know, no, I don't know no fucking I don't know that shit. Now, what I will give Dream Doll was that she's a pretty girl.
Okay, yeah.
She's pretty. She has like that innocent little look to her, you know what I'm saying?
Dream.
She did almost lose her life last year from her butt implants that she shared with the world. She almost died when she went to the Dominican Republic and they tried to... Well, she got 2 butt jobs done. The Love and Hip Hop and Bear Girls Club Dream Doll. She did a basement job in New York and she got injections in her butt like K. Michelle did. The second era of Dream Doll, which we are seeing with the eyes and all the other stuff, she almost lost her life. She said that she went to the Dominican Republic and went to go get stuff fixed on her butt. And she literally almost died. She almost lost her life. She also, what I will give Dream Doll was that she was one of the first female artists to eat Tory Lanez alive. She did come out with a diss track against Tory Lanez and she ate him the fuck up. When she said that Beijing from his headline was in between her thighs because all he was ever good for was eating her pussy. She do have a legacy in the female rap right now. We're not going to take that away from her. And I'm glad that she overcame the basement surgeries and the fix-a-flex that was inserted to her buttocks and everything else. And she in the club, she smoke hookah, she smoke I. But I just can't take her serious as I can't take her serious as an artist. I can't. I don't give a fuck who is looking and who is. This is my shit, and I can talk whatever the fuck I want to talk. I can't take Dream Doll serious as an artist. Maybe as a reality star, like on Love and Hip Hop and stuff like that, I can take her serious. But I'm not even saying that she's corny because she done paid some nice ghostwriters to come write her shit. But I just still can't respect it. I can't respect it. So, next case. Rod Digger. If y'all don't know who the fuck Rod Digger is, she was the first fucking female of the Flipmode Squad. If y'all don't know who the Flipmode Squad is, that was Busta Rhymes' rap group, his record label, the Flipmode Squad. Who be spitting rhymes all night? My name is Rod Digger and my rhymes is tight. Yes, Rod Digger, like, Rod Digger brought to the game. Rod Digger brought to the game that she wasn't selling sex or she wasn't selling none of that shit. She was just bringing to the game as a female artist holding her own. And it was different though, Dre, because her voice is unmatched when it comes to rappers. Rod Digger really had like a male rapper's voice. Like on some of her verses, you would have thought that was a male that was rapping. And you go back and be like, no, that's Rod Digger. And she from Jersey, and she was like, who be spitting rhymes all night? My name is Rod Digger, and my rhymes is tight. But not just that, she did come on the Flipmode Squad remix to Baby If You Give It To Me, I Give It To You, as long as you want. You know I got it, baby, if you give it to me, I give it to you. You know what you want. I know I got it, baby, if you give it to me. The Flipmode Squad featuring Mariah Carey. But Rod Digger's biggest hit in the rap industry was Party and Bullshit. We gon' party and bullshit and party and bullshit and party. Now, y'all might not know what I'm talking about, but if you look on my YouTube channel, I will post the receipts of what I'm talking about. But everybody fell in love with Rodiga when she made that punchline. I'll beat that bitch with a bat. I'll beat that bitch with a bat. Get stank, I'ma go with it. You and gang lovers, one by keep it as that. Everybody was like, she'll beat that bitch with a bat. Who the fuck is that? Then they started looking on too who the fuck she was as a fucking female rap artist. But she is one of the fucking top and one of the most legendary female rap. She is. I'll beat that bitch with a bat. I'll beat that bitch with a bat. Lauryn Hill. Yes. Lauryn Hill is on the docket because Lauryn Hill she opened the gate to female rap because she was the first rap artist to also be an R&B artist. She was the first one that could sing and rap at the same time. So she could give you the singing and then she could also give you hip hop. Started out with the Fugees, Killing Me Softly, all kinds of shit. And then jumped onto it and then released her first solo album, The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, which was one of the, to this day, most iconic female rap albums of all time. And also the first one hit album, we might say one hit, but one hit album wonder of all time. She didn't release another album after that. Think about it. The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill was the only album that she fucking released. And you couldn't skip from the first to the end.
I like her as a singer.
She was singing on the fucking... No. Bitch, she was rapping on the fucking actual verses but singing the hooks at the same time. Think about it. It's been 3 weeks and you've been looking for your friends. The one you let here never called you again. And then, I love you, baby. If it's... Child, she fucking killed that fucking album. And think about, she was the only fucking female rapper of that fucking era that ever did that. Sure. That could sing and rap at the same fucking time. Lauryn Hill was a fucking icon. She was the first fucking female rap artist that can also fucking sing and rap at the same time. And was also giving us that fucking as a lyricist, shit that everybody wasn't talking about. She was talking about real shit. Bitches on food stamps and our kids being in poverty and all kinds of shit that we wasn't, you know what I'm saying, back then we wasn't really looking for that, wasn't really ready for that. And that bald head bitch brought it. And she started out as bald head. She done fucked 2 band members from the Fugees, both of them. Wyclef and the other man. Then went to fucking Bob Marley, son. She a bad bitch. She is. She got some. She got that fucking. She got that gas. His age is starting to catch up with her. Now what I mean by the gas is we love Jay-Z. He's one of the greatest rappers that ever fucking did this shit. He's one of the fucking goats. When you mention GOAT, what I mean by Lauryn Hill is one of the fucking greatest to ever do this shit. That's it and that's all. Period. That's it. That's all. She's one of the greatest.
She
She only came out with one fucking album, which is the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. And a lot of these bitches, they came out with 8 albums. Albums still couldn't even stand next to her fucking album. And they can make jokes about her being late or losing her mind or whatever they did. That album, she can still shut a bitch up. If a bitch try to talk shit on her, she could go like this. The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. And your whole career is done. Can't too many bitches do that or stand up to that. Next case, Left Eye. Another Philly fucking native. Left Eye. Oh my God. Rest well, Left Eye. Turn it down. Left Eye. Rest well, babe. That's another Philly native. Left Eye was the 3rd member of the iconic pop group, R&B group, TLC. Left Eye was also a lyricist. She carried a lot when it came lyric-wise. Even when it was on some TLC shit. Let's think about her delivery when it came to Waterfalls. I see the rainbows, and so many stars. Her lyrics actually made fucking sense. She was on some Lauryn. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was one of the bitches that she wasn't talking about sucking dick and robbing a nigga and fucking a nigga and getting a big. Her shit actually was some real life shit. Or some shit that where we all was going through. But some healing type shit. Think about her fucking, her verse off of Donnell Jones. You know what's up. Seeing it's on the beats, it's on the beat, it's over the key, the passion heat, filled with heat. The hustle, I honey, get a lot time. You know, you see a lot of they try to up in my world. Hey, I'm moving on and trying to make it in my face, be the best that I can be, unless we order the thing. Whatever. Like, this shit is going up on the fucking YouTube, so go and see it from there. But Left Eye carried. She carried. And then let's talk about a lot of people don't know this about Left Eye. When she left TLC and signed to Death Row Records. Before she signed on to Death Row Records, she left TLC and did a solo project. And it was called Nova. That was her rap name. She wanted to drop Left Eye. Her solo name was Nova, I think. Right? And then her rap name with Death Row was Nina. Right before she passed away. She didn't release her album off of Death Row because she passed away. But I remember Suge Knight did a 106 Apart interview with all his artists from Death Row, and Left Eye was on it as Nina. And she was like on some gangster shit. Like, so I was wondering how she would have been if we was to see that part of her too. But she was also a fucking lyricist and a heavy spitter when it came to like some real shit. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people couldn't fuck with her pen wise. You know what I'm saying? And because what she was talking about actually made sense. And a lot of people couldn't put a candle next to her torch. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, Left Eye. We love you, babe. Azealia Banks. Azealia Banks, if you guys don't know who Azealia Banks is, she is the young lady that's always in the media about getting at everybody. The dark-skinned young lady.
Oh, yeah.
That comes at everybody.
And
She's
Nick
like the
Cannon-
Wendy Williams.
Nick Cannon and them called her ugly.
Yes, they called her ugly and she started crying and then she went off. But her mouthpiece is fucking vicious.
Yeah.
And she's always in the media about coming at her fellow, you know what I'm saying, people. But what you guys really don't know about Azealia Banks is she is really so talented as fuck. And on my YouTube, I am going to play a few snippets of her actual music. It just fucked up for her because I think if she wouldn't have been so messy as far as her just being on the media as coming for people and stuff like that, she would have been the next, like, Nicki Minaj. Or the next, like, how... Listen to me, like, as far as, like, Doja and stuff. She also raps...
I say Doja, but
no, listen to me. She also raps, Dre, and she also can sing. But not saying that just because she raps and sings, she can also give you that pop shit. To where Doja is saying, like, say so, to where it's gravitating into the white audience. She also is giving a electric pop type songs. And a lot of people can't do that. And then a lot of her fan base is more so of the gays also because of her techno type of music that she gets to them also. The reason why she's so talented and she's so underrated is because she can give you rock, pop, R&B, rap, hip-hop, trap. She can give you all genres of music. But because she let her Me Too shit overshadow her career, and with her constantly being in the blogs and stuff about her hating on the next person or giving her opinion, but it's coming off as her being a bitch towards everybody, nobody's ever going to go take a look at her music. And her music is absolutely also awesome. It is. It's fucked up for her. But she's dope as fuck. If you get a chance, this is my tag for you. When you get a chance, when you're not with me, if you just bored and stuff like that, and you on YouTube and stuff like that, type in her name, Dre, and just listen to some of her music on like YouTube and stuff. And you'll be like, wow, that crazy bitch that be on the internet and stuff like that, she's actually talented as fuck. She is. City Girls is next. City Girls. Carisha and JT. Carisha and JT.
I like them.
That's the instrumental? Okay, in the beginning, Drake introduced you guys to the world. From Kiki, Can You Love Me? Are You Riding? And y'all was like in the end and stuff like that. And then we heard like these little ratchet girls at the end of their song, but we didn't really know who y'all was. And then when he released the video, it was only one girl that was rapping like, I'll show you how to neck work. I'll show you how to neck work. But it wasn't two girls, so we were trying to get into, but y'all still got our eye raised up to you a little bit. Then we found out that your second member, which was JT, was locked up. And then it was for fraud and stuff like that. But we started liking y'all because it was kind of something different that we wasn't kind of used to. You know what I'm saying? And then, you guys came out with your first debut single and Act Up, and the first album was nice. But I just felt like y'all was kind of fucked because JT was locked up. So, but I will say Carisha did a good job of holding y'all down why while JT was locked up, she did not let your name fall under Diz in or anything else Carisha did. Hell did shit down. She even got pregnant and was holding y'all the fuck down until you got out, JT. But and then JT is home now, and they released a second album, and I will say this: their second album is one of the best albums to drop in 2020. I can listen to that whole second City Girls album from 1 to I don't know when that last one from without skipping it. City Girls. That second album is what made y'all fucking legendary to hold a fucking legacy onto this rap game. That second album proved who y'all were as City Girls, and then your visuals with Pussy Talk and I don't work jobs, bitch, I am a job, and y'all, like, I'm living for this fucking era for y'all. JT and Carisha, congratulations to y'all as artists. Like, I love it. It's like a new day and age, like Trina and like, you know what I'm saying? Bitches, real everyday bitches that's unapologetic and don't give a fuck. That's gonna say the shit that everybody don't want to say about these regular, everyday, basic ass niggas.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what I love about them. Like, I love it. I live for it. Doja is next up on the docket. Doja Cat.
Doja Cat.
Oh my God, Doja. Doja is a breath of fresh air in the female rap industry. She is. She's a fucking breath of fresh air. She's so fucking different, and she's so unique, and she's so talented, and she's so detailed into her work. She came out with I get it juicy, I get it Gucci, and she got our little attention with it, and we was like, oh, okay, I like that, whatever, however that's supposed to go. But then when that bitch dropped Say So, yo, that shit was so dope, like. And then she released the fucking remix with Nicki Minaj herself. Doja Cat is a breath of fresh air when it comes to this female rap industry. She's not the everyday bitch that we used to dealing with. She's not telling us that she from the street. She's not telling us that she fight a bunch of bitches. She's not telling us that she's dealing with drug dealers. She came from something different that we needed. You know what I'm saying? It was something different that she brought into this shit. And I'm here for her. She's so versatile. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. She's so pop friendly. She's so hip hop friendly. She's R&B friendly. Like, that's like a new day and age Nicki Minaj and Lauryn Hill that we haven't had in a long time. And then her performances is just so dope. She's actually giving choreography and visuals when it comes to the fucking... Yes! Like, she's giving us a fucking icon in the making. Michael Jackson, Britney Spears, Janet Jackson. Like, she's giving us that. Mm-hmm. The looks, the visuals, the performances. Everything is just superstar quality that we have not seen in a long time. Doja is superstar quality. She is. And her mouthpiece is so unapologetic like Rihanna. That's the crazy thing. And I'm glad she's slowing down off of her coke. Because Doja snorts. And she used to get on that live after she done snorted her shit and start going off and start acting really fucking crazy. And I'm like, who is her representation? Like, who is her... They need to, you know what I'm saying, set her down and pull that straw away from her nose a little bit because she's going off. But we love fucking Doja. She's fucking iconic. She's already an icon. And she might have came out with a few albums, but that one album is the only one that did noise. And she's fucking iconic, and we are fucking living for Doja. We living for Doja. I keep that juicy. I keep that other. Why don't you say so? We here for it, Doja. We love you.
Doja. Megan.
Next up is Megan Thee Stallion. Megan, I fell in love with you when I was listening to a freestyle from you on Apple Music. And it was running up the bands trying to ball till I fall. If I'm with your daddy, then you know we at the mall. If I'm with them, how you let a broke nigga talk about your jaws? I don't even chase nigga. How would I chase a nigga? I don't even, but your dick should be bigger. You fucking snap. And that started every time everybody came to my house. I'm like, yo, you gotta listen to this fucking girl. This girl is fucking lit.
It was that song.
This girl is lit. That fucking freestyle was fucking everything for me. That fucking freestyle, running the band trying to ball for the car. If I'm with your daddy and you only at the mall. Like, she fucking slaughtered that shit. Then you start releasing shit after, and I'm like, alright, I get it, okay. You're releasing this shit after that. What was that first joint? It wasn't Sugar.
It was Hot.
It was
I think it was Hot. Was it Hot, girl? Bitch, I'm gonna start got these niggas wishing.
He say you're hungry, this pussy in the kitchen. Yeah, that's my dog, he gonna sit in and listen.
I can be fucked with.
Then you can't touch this. Like, Megan.
Girl Summer.
I was fucking here for it. Then you went and jumped on Nicki Minaj's fucking live and said, add me. Nicki added you and you was on, like, oh my, like we were rooting for you. You got on there live, you talked to Nicki. Then you went on here and released a fucking single. Hot Girl Summer, Utah Dollars and Nicki fucking Minaj. You was a spanking new rap bitch. And you did a fucking single with Nicki Minaj. In a video, you gave us visuals. Then you turned around and
Megan
did a fucking remix with the queen, like Beyonce.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a savage. Classy, boo. Like you did a song with Beyonce herself. But your downfall is, mate, I want to see some. I need to see some fucking range and some versatile from you. We get it, the hot girl shit, the dominating shit. Nigga, you ain't fuck me, I fuck you. You gonna eat this pussy. You gonna take me to the mall. Your mom gonna be calling and I ain't picking the fuck up. And we get that from you. But Megan, your music is starting to sound the fucking same. the beats, the flow, the lyrics, all of that shit is starting to sound the absolute fucking same. I want to get into a deeper Megan. Like, I want to hear more on a personal level of you, Megan. I want to hear about how did you feel when your mom passed away? How did you feel when you was dealing with Moneybag Yo and y'all broke up and he started fucking with Ari?
Mm-hmm.
How did you feel when your grandma passed away? How did you feel when your dad wasn't really present in your life? How did you feel when you first started fucking with Tory? How did you feel when Nicki Minaj reached out to you and got on a track? How did you feel when Beyonce said, I'll jump on a remix? How did you feel when you got shot, when Tory shot you? How did you feel when your best friend betrayed you? I just don't feel like I know who you are, Megan. Everything is so scripted with you. It's so hardcore. Yeah, I'm a star, got these niggas wishing. He say he hung with his pussy in the kitchen. He next to my dog and he go sit down and listen. Tell me he ain't freaking, I ain't. Hold up. It's the same shit. I want to hear you sniffle a little bit like, yeah, I'm heartbroken. Like, I want to hear, like, something different from you. So I can adapt to who you are as an artist. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's your downfall. We don't know who you are as an artist, and we can't really adapt to you.
No.
We rooting for you. You are in college, you know what I'm saying? You're a young girl, you done been through hell and back. But why haven't we heard that from your artistry? You know what I'm saying? And until we hear that from your artistry, I'm putting a cowgirl head on you and I'm sending you back to the barnyard to go finish shoveling the fucking horse manure.
Oh,
Real hot girl shit. Next case. Trina.
Hey.
You see the outfit, bitch? Killing you hoes. Hey, killing you hoes. Trina burst on the fucking scene in 1999 with a fucking clip-on ponytail and twist going to the front of the ponytail with a fucking diamond bedazzled fucking top, stripper top. And say, you know near hoe. Them plenty places I've been, who's spending grands that I spend, fuck about 5 or 6 best friends. That bitch jumped on the scene with Trick Daddy and ate that bald head, goober head nigga the fuck up. Trina came on the scene and ate everybody the fuck up. Little Kim was known for like the nasty rap, but Trina took that shit to the next level. She said, while your children at home, I'll make you eat it with my period on. What? Cause I'm the baddest bitch. What?
Yeah, she out of pocket.
That bitch said, while y'all sucking dick for free, I'm getting off, ho. What? Trina? That bitch came out with a pull over the ass is too fat. And was twerking her natural fat ass on a fucking yacht. Then she came out with the second album, Diamond Princess. Ain't no panties coming off because my love is gonna cause. Then did the remixes with Missy, 1 Minute Man, 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute. Hell no, please, but you gotta sleep in it. What? Trina learned the game from Kim and Foxy, but took this shit to the next level as far as her fucking mouthpiece. Her mouth is still unmatchable to this day. That bitch said you could come in my throat, I'ma squirt it out through my pussy hole. What is going on, Trina? What is actually happening? The baddest bitch. She's the reason why these bitches even came up to say I'm a bad bitch. Let's talk about it. She's the first one to come out and say I'm the baddest bitch. To this day, bitches are saying I'm a bad bitch or I'm the baddest bitch he ever dealt with. She is the blueprint to these bitches. To be honest, Trina is the first female rapper to make it as if it was okay to fuck these niggas and actually get money from them. She the one who taught these bitches to not fuck these niggas for free to get something out of them. Oh, you wanna fuck me? You want a dick suck? I need a Chanel bag, or I need a Fendi bag, or I need my mortgage paid, or I need a Rolls Royce, or I need a Range Rover. Trina brought that prostitution back page into rap and made it into one. Trina did that. Trina did that. And everybody might say, look, no, Luke coming up, we'll get into that. She's coming up. Kim did not. Trina is the one that introduced and made it okay for a bitch to fucking nigga and ask him for some money. Well, not ask him, demand money from the nigga. Oh, you want some pussy? You want a dick suck? I need some money. She's the first rap bitch to ever have done that. And out of all these female rappers, Trina has been the most consistent throughout her longevity of almost 20-year career. Since 1999, that consistently released albums and fucking singles and have not crawled under a rock and took a break. She's been the most consistent out of all of these female rappers to this day. Whether it was a fucking feature, an album, or anything else, she was the most consistent. She was. And let's give a shout out to the baddest bitch. She is the baddest bitch alive. And before I get off of her, she put the wave on for bitches that have a fat ass. Trina was the first rap bitch to go around and brag about having a fat ass. About having a fat ass. But she also was going around giving bragging rights because she didn't get no work done to her ass. She has a natural ass. See, we came from the game where the late 90s and the early 2000s where cosmetic surgeries and everything else wasn't even a thing. You didn't have to do all of this shit right now. Bitches wasn't wearing makeup and none of that. They wasn't even wearing eyelashes. Only thing you had to do was put a little lip gloss on, a little eyeliner, bitch, and draw the eyeliner picture, bitch, and do, you know what I'm saying? And you were natural pretty. And Trina came onto the scene with that. But she gave that curvaceous body the blueprint of having a video vixen body. Trina was the blueprint of the video vixen bodies. But it was natural. It was natural. The baddest bitch. Next up is Lil Kim. Well, no. Let me do Foxy Brown. Let me do Foxy Brown. And I'm doing it for a reason. I want to do Foxy before a little girl. Because her and Nikki is going to be my longest stories. Anga Marchand, aka Foxy Brown. Foxy started out as a teenager. She was signed to Jay-Z at the age of 15 years old. She was first recognized by LL Cool J, and she first featured on LL Cool J's remix of Who Shot Ya. But her breaking fucking out, her most star quality and breaking out single was Ain't No, featuring Jay-Z. She was 15 years old on that song. I don't know how many people know that, but Foxy was 15 on Ain't No Nigga. What up, boo? Just keep me laced to the inner snakes, big rolls and shit, big rubs in a fresh tub. Foxy is one of the most lyricists and the most highest credential pins that could ever be pushed in rap career itself. One thing about Foxy is she was one of the first rap bitches to be in a circle of male rappers who was top tier. And her verse stood out the most than any of the Jay-Z's, the Nas, the AZ's, any of them. She started out as a Jay-Z protege at 15. She was the first, this is what I will say, she put dark-skinned women on the map. And I'm not saying that she put dark-skinned women on the map because dark-skinned women been on the map. What I am saying from Foxy Brown is that Foxy Brown made dark-skinned women considered as sexy as the same way as these lighter-skinned women are considered. So all the Keisha from the Bellies and shit like that, they were all inspired from Foxy Brown. Once Foxy Brown hit the scene, every drug dealer, the top drug dealers, the hustlers, the rappers, the realtors, everybody else, music business-wise, went and got them a chocolate bitch to put underneath their wing because of Foxy Brown. She made dark-skinned women just as sexy as light-skinned women was considered. She did. She was 15 years old. She came out with her first debut album, the Il Nana, which was legendary, which was a #1 album. Second album was China Doll. That's another trend. She set it into rap's pioneers to this day. All your cash dolls, Asian dolls, Cuban dolls, all of the dolls are inspired from Foxy Brown. The reason why they are inspired from Foxy Brown because she is the first rap doll. Not Barbie, but the first rap doll to introduce onto the rap scene. Her second album, China Doll, went #1. She was the first rap doll. That's where you get the cash dolls, Cuban dolls, Asian dolls. All of the dolls are inspired from Foxy Brown. She is a trendsetter when it comes to a lot of shit. She also started the trend with the baby hairs. Anybody that know Foxy Brown, all of y'all bitches with the laid fronts and the frontals and stuff like that, and y'all are doing the baby hair, Foxy Brown is definitely known as giving the baby hairs. She is. Secondly, she started the trend with the long limbs of the fucking bundles and the hair extensions. Foxy is one of the first female rappers or female entertainers to come out with 40-inch hair. Foxy was wearing 40-inch weave in the 1998s, in the 2000s and the 2020s with the baby hairs laid. All of them with the baby hairs and the parts and the hair coming down, straight down to their calves and shit like that. That's Foxy Brown. Foxy been doing that shit. She did that shit in the 90s. She did this shit in the 90s. And she don't get the respect where she should be gotten. So if don't nobody give her flowers, we are going to give her flowers tonight on this podcast. She also was one of the first female rappers to put on a bikini with a fucking long-lived fur. Foxy was one of the first female ambassadors for Chanel, one of the first female ambassadors for Christian Dior. She is also a fashion icon, and we're going to give, and going forward, she's not giving her flowers the way that she's supposed to be given to them, but she is coming back with a comeback. She had a beautiful daughter, Siani Baby C. She reaches out to her fans on a daily. She's very humble. She was recently featured on Nicki Minaj's album, the Queen album. She recently just laid down a hell of a verse on Nas's new album, and she killed that. And we are hoping for a fucking hell of a comeback for Foxy Brown. And we love you, Fox. King Fox. That's that. Il Nana. Next up on the docket is Lil Kim. Little Kim, the queen fucking bee. Kim came on the scene from Biggie Smalls. Kim is breathtaking. Breath fucking taking. She's fucking breathtaking. And she's unapologetic. And she don't give a fuck about shit. Kim came on the scene under Junior Mafia. She's an icon to this day. From her first album cover release pose with her squatting down with her legs cocked open and a leopard fucking two-piece caused the fucking industry into a frenzy. And everybody was asking like the record stores to take the fucking posters and shit down because she caused so much of a fucking frenzy. Like, Little Kim brought a raunchiness and a sexiness and a gangster to rap, female rap itself. She talked about shit that other females was scared to talk about. The same way these niggas go around and be like, yo, I fucked this bitch, she sucked my dick, I did this, how it's supposed to go like that. She was the female voice for the females. The same way that the niggas talk, she was the female voice to them. She said, yo, I made this nigga eat my pussy. I sit on that nigga mouth. Like, her fucking mouth was fucking impeccable. Like the shit that she said out her mouth. Nigga, fuck you. No, fuck you, bitch. Who you talking to? Why you acting like a bitch? Cause y'all niggas ain't shit. And if I was a dude, I'd tell y'all to suck my dick. Kim lyrics and her fucking delivery, period, was just iconic from the day she fucking hit the fucking scene. She was the black rap Marilyn Monroe. She had the fucking mole on her fucking face. She had the shortcut, the Tony Braxton shortcut. She had the fucking fur on. She was squatting down as if she had on pants, but all she had on was a thong. From the first era, second era, it was the colorful fucking, not even the second era. In the beginning, the middle of the first era, she came up with a different color fucking wigs. And what I will say with this is, people thought that Kim was the first one to come out with the color wigs. This is another female rap artist that gets swept under the rugs. Queen Pen. If you guys don't know who Queen Pen is, Queen Pen was featured on Blackstreet's No Diggity, No Doubt. And she came out with a song called I Rock the Party That Rocks the Party. You rock the body that rocks the body. That's Queen Pen. She was the first rap bitch to ever come out with a colorful fucking wig. She was. And if you think that I'm fucking lying, go back and do your fucking research on Soul Train. Type in Queen Pen and type in Soul Train Awards. She was the first rap bitch to come out with blue fucking hair. She was. She came out with blue fucking hair before Little Kim, Foxy Brown, anybody else was thought of. Queen Pen was the first rap bitch to ever come out with fucking colorful hair. So all of that, Little Kim was the first one to come out with the colorful. No, she was not. Now don't get me wrong. Little Kim is a fashion fucking icon. She is. From the Christian Dior's, the Louis Vuitton, the Chanel's, the fucking Versace, the Alexander McQueen's, the different styles of the wigs and yellow, blue, stuff like that. But she was not the first rap bitch to come out with a colorful wig. She wasn't. Queen Pen was the first rap bitch to ever come out with a colorful wig. She was. She just didn't get to the level where Kim and Foxy have ever gotten on. But she was the first rap bitch to ever come out with colorful wigs. Now Kim took this shit. Kim took female rap and turned that shit into more commercial. Kim took this shit and really made a brand out of female rap. From her wigs, fashion, runways, you know what I'm saying? She was more of a fucking iconic piece as far as more commercial than Foxy was. So that's where her career always sustained, you know what I'm saying? And was more longevity as far as now who's the better lyricist out of her and Foxy Brown. Foxy is the better lyricist than Kim, but Kim has a better catalog as a career than Foxy do. You know what I'm saying? She do. She has a better career catalog than Foxy Brown do. She do. Kim has paved the way for a lot of these new rappers who we are seeing today. And I'm not going to say just her. What I'm going to say is her and Foxy Brown has paved the way for the Nicki Minaj's, the Cash Dolls, the Cardi B's, the Asian dolls, the Dream Dolls. You know what I'm saying? Like, And what I mean by that is, how can I say this? You know how you can't really say too much about Biggie without bringing up Tupac? You always say Biggie and Tupac. How it is with Brandy, you always say Monica and Brandy. You know what I'm saying? You're always going to say Little Kim and Foxy Brown. That's why all of these new day and age female rappers say Little Kim and Foxy Brown. Only thing difference is Foxy Brown been blackballed for a while. So she don't get the same recognition as Kim get. Which is fucked up because she should. She's deserving of that. You know what I'm saying? She is. But Kim is iconic. She's an icon. She is definitely the top 3 female rappers of all times. Whether they say that Biggie wrote her rhymes or however it's supposed to go, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, however it's supposed to go. Whoever wrote her rhymes, she's fucking iconic. Now this is my advice to Kim, the new day and age Kim. I don't want Kim to keep making music. Okay. I don't want Kim to keep creating new music. I want Kim to live off as a legend. I don't want her to keep creating music. I want Kim to live as if she's Michael Jackson or Biggie or Tupac. You know what I'm saying? Like, we want to hear it's all about the Benjamins. We want to hear No Matter. We want to hear how many licks. We want to hear no matter what people say. We want to hear the back in the day stuff. I don't think that Kim's new flow and stuff can keep up with the new day and age music. So I think that she should just do tours with her old music. With her trying to keep creating music and albums and stuff, it's fucking up her legacy and it's fucking up her career. I don't think that she should go forward with doing that. Nicki Minaj. Okay. Nicki Minaj. Wow. Nicki started off as a young girl from Queens. And she was in a rap group. And she was the only female rapper in a rap group. I think it was 3 other guys. Safari was one of the guys. And then she ended up breaking off into herself. She ended up moving from New York to Atlanta. Deb Antony was managing her at the time. And she started coming out with her mixtapes, and her mixtapes were fucking impeccable. I've been a Nicki fan since mixtape, was it Playtime Was Over?
Yeah.
Maybe Playtime Was Over. But who the hell is this calling me at 6:45 in the night while I'm watching the fight? Yes, that's just it. It's unfortunate that her and Kim didn't, you know what I'm saying, how it was supposed to go. I really don't want to get too deep into that. But Nicki worked her ass off to get where she is to this day.
Right.
And everything has been authentic. She has always written her own raps. She's worked with every fucking artist that you can fucking think of. She done laid a fucking feature down for them. The bitch gave us Foxy Brown also. She been on verses with went in a room with iconic top tier male rappers. Jay-Z, Kanye West, Rick Ross, And her verse was the fucking best. And she didn't even drop a fucking album yet.
Right.
Who does that? The bitch mixtape sold over fucking what? 36 fucking billion? Pink Friday come. You kill Pink Friday. You going at it with your fucking idol because your idol the fuck that came for you. So I can see how hard that can be. That's just like if Monica come for me. Or Kanye. You know what I'm saying? They are my top tiers. And it's like, I love you. But if I gotta eat you the fuck up, I would do that also. You know what I'm saying? But make a long story short, Nicki started from fucking the bottom and she worked her way up to the top. She is a fucking icon. A lot of you bitches don't want to give her fucking flowers. But she has her flowers already. She's a fucking icon, whether you want to believe it or not. Y'all counted her out with so many different aspects. And she overcame everything that you guys threw in front of her fucking face. Yeah. The bitch wrote all of her fucking raps. She been on verses with all of your favorite singers, your rappers, your pop stars. And she killed every fucking last verse that she was in. Mm-hmm. She also been in ciphers with the top tier rappers. And had the best verse. The bitch didn't just take a rap career from it. She took this shit and launched it into other things. She did 2 clothing lines. She took this shit and did a clothing line for Kmart, which was an affordable clothing line. Then she took this shit and did the shit with Diesel. Then she turned around and did this shit with Fendi. The bitch got her own fucking talk show with Apple fucking Music. Queen Radio. She's the new day and age Queen Latifah. Queen Latifah was the only one that took that shit from the female rap shit and made that shit into an entrepreneur shit. You know what I'm saying? And she did that shit. And a lot of y'all was like, oh, but one thing she didn't do was have a baby and get married and stuff. Okay, she got married and she found her husband. And now she had a baby and now what's what? What is the fucking excuse now? You know what I'm saying? She's the fucking, she is. No matter how much y'all are mad and y'all are upset, she's the fucking queen.
Where's Cardi B?
But shout out to Lil Kim, shout out to Foxy Brown, shout out to Trina, shout out to Nicki Minaj, shout out to City Girls, shout out to Azealia Banks, shout out to Megan Thee Stallion, shout out to Laura Hill, shout out to Dream Doll, shout out to Rod Digger, shout out to Jocelyn Hernandez, shout out to The Bread, shout out to Eve, shout out to Miss J, shout out to Lee Mason, shout out to Charlie Baltimore, Salt and Pepper, and Cardi B. Cardi! Coco, you on here? You want to join the live?
We got a porta potty.
Oh yeah, shit.
Gotta get these words out.
Now, before I get the fuck up off of here, I gotta get these words out. Porta potty pussy of the week goes to April. I ain't doing no fucking drum rolls. April. On Marion fucking baby mom. Yeah, April is porta potty pussy of the week. She done brought her chopsticks back up into the fucking room and was on a fucking where was she at? She did an interview and was talking about all the niggas that she fucked. And she was talking about how she pursued the fuck Little Fizz and all these other like April. Let me just give you this. Let me just say this. Let me just say this about you, bitch. April Jones. Let me move this camera. April Jones. Let me fix my shirt. April Jones. Or Marion's baby mom. Let me just tell you this, bitch. You are the porta potty pussy of the week. Your pussy is also given Ninja Turtle pussy. Your pussy is giving that if somebody was to stick their dick into a turtle shell, that's what your pussy feels like. Nobody wiped you the fuck up and took you under the fucking wing for real. And fucking made your life. And flipped your life and turned your life into a different kind of life. You are back on Love and fucking Hip Hop. After they chased you from Hollywood, you went back to Atlanta. Little Fizz don't want you no more. You was the homie's baby mom. He fucked you, sucked you, did or whatever the fuck he had to do to you. You went back with the chopsticks, start eating the fucking lo mein. Then you was remember that shit she was talking about? She was fucking the game and everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
What type of pussy and dick suck do you have, April? The people would like to know.
She nasty.
She a nasty bitch, but you are nasty, but is it a good nasty? Because I don't see nobody saying like, fuck that bitch, like that's my bitch. Why didn't nobody wipe you the fuck up yet besides Omarion? Fizz did fight for you a little bit, but I think you licked Fizz asshole. Why is it giving me that you licked Fizz asshole? It might have fingered him a little bit. And why are you giving me Indian in the cupboard?
Porter potty.
And you gonna get on there and say, oh, I'm the one who pursued Fizz and I wanted to fuck him and I fucked him and it is what it is. I fucked him and did Omarion fuck me? Oh yeah, Omarion did fuck me because I was younger. It's just like, why are you getting on here talking about what's going on in their little ass bedroom that you got? In their fucking full-size bed that you got. You ain't even got a queen-size bed. They say you struggling like a motherfucker over there in LA. You got fucking roommates and all kinds of shit helping you pay their fucking rent because Omarion is not giving you the full-blown fucking child support because you were fucking his best friend. Fuck you, bitch. I'm going to subpoena you in the 3 fucking weeks classes of fucking chopstick classes. I want 3 fucking weeks classes of Roman noodles. I want 3 stick classes of, what is that, Andre, with the agents?
Meditation.
I want 3 classes of meditation. You and them fucking kids, you're fucking done. Fuck you, bitch. You a fucking whore, and you will always be a whore. That's why your mom look like fucking Master fucking Splinter. And it looked like she fucking crawled out of somebody's fucking sewer hole off the fucking Ninja Turtles and then sucked 18 fucking old man fucking red fucking dicks. and then swallow a fucking one of these sperm cells and then hear you the fuck up. So then she had to get you the fuck up in the fucking pits of fucking Hollywood. And then you on here making other people fucking life and living fucking hell in fucking Hollywood. Cause you just wanna be a fucking slut monkey and wanna fucking suck everybody fucking dick. Fuck you, bitch. You are on a yes, her mom was like fucking Master fucking Splinter, and the motherfucking kids that she got from my Marvion look like the treasure trove. They do. They got the wide ass fucking noses like fucking April and Marvion, and they like the fucking treasure trove. They just like, mommy, get the fuck out of my fucking face. I ain't got time for the bullshit. Pre-cum baby of the week is Wendy Williams.
Wendy fucking Williams.
And I know y'all probably like, wait, how did she get pre-cum baby of the week? Wendy Williams is pre-cum baby of the week because I don't care what y'all say. Wendy was not born with a cootie cat. Wendy Williams was born with a 12-inch penis. And she had a 14-inch sack of a ball sack. She got older and she got both of it clipped. So that still makes her the pre-cum baby of the week. Because she transitioned over into a female, but she was born a male, which is nothing wrong with that. But for you to keep talking about everybody else and how everything else is supposed to go, fuck you. You got on there on your talk show this week after you got out of rehab for 3 weeks and said that Blake China texted you and said that she was fucking
looking for a condo.
She was looking for a condo. So you insinuated is that she was fucking homeless. And Blake China had to get on there and say that she is not fucking homeless. She showed you the picture, the videos of her fucking cars, her house and everything else. And I believe her because she has a baby by Rob Kardashian. So as long as that fucking little girl is alive, Black China is never going to be fucking homeless. She has a fucking baby by Rob Kardashian. And not just by Rob Kardashian, Tiger. Tiger slinging that dick from here to fucking Egypt on their OnlyFans. So he's making top fucking dollar. Bitch. So Wendy, I'm going to call my gynecologist in next week. I'm going to need you to pull the skirt down. And I'm going to take you to the bathroom into one of the stalls. I'm going to send my gynecologist in and going to make you pull your skirt down.
She's so messy.
And spread the 60-foot praying mantis shaped legs open. And they're going to open up to see if one of your ball sacks is dropping back down. Because we thought that we tucked them all the way in when you got the sex change. But I want to make sure that one of your balls and your ball sacks is not coming back down. Because you did pay when you was younger to have your balls and your dick put in there. But I think that everything is falling back out. So I just want them to do a reevaluation to see if your sperm, your dick, and your balls isn't falling back out. Because you acting like a kitchen bitch. Whew. And you giving me,
pre-cum baby.
Pre-cum baby. And venereal disease. Penis. Last but not least, I want to give a fucking celebration for Monica Denise Arnold. Monica Denise Arnold.
So
Monica is nominated. Well, no. Let me rephrase that. Monica Denise Arnold will be receiving the Lady of Soul Awards on November the 29th at the fucking Soul Train Awards, which means that she is the R&B icon of the decade award. And it is very fucking deserving. She worked her fucking ass off, and she been overlooked for so many fucking years because she wasn't sucking a bunch of white cocks and a lot of white cum. And I am happy that she is finally giving her flowers while she still had breath in her body. And this was a good year for her, and I'm happy for her. Also, her album drops this Friday, which is called Trenches. This Friday, which is called Trenches. What will have us in tune for the holidays. We're going to be crying, we're going to be laughing, and we're going to be the fucking love. And I'm here for it. Also, what else from her? Also keep her father in your prayers.
Oh.
Her father has been admitted to the hospital last week. Both of his legs has been amputated, and they might take his life before the week is out. And she asked for all of you guys to give her father prayers. And let's give her father prayers. We are in a fucked up situation this year with this 2020. These people are trying to give us another lockdown.